This is part 4 of lesson 1.1. It's problem 3, writing expressions with two operations. So in this one we're getting a little bit more in depth. Again, our directions are what is is an algebraic expression for the word phrase. So now we have our first problem. We have 3 more than twice a number x. Well, there's a couple things, and you notice I've been circling a lot of stuff in here. It's the words that mean operations. I've been circling the words that mean operations. So more than, we know, means to what? It means to add, doesn't it? More than means to add. Twice, well, if I have twice of something, then I have 2 times as much. So not only is multiplication, but it also means timesing by 2. So how did we work this out? Well, I could say x plus 3, or sorry, 2x plus 3, or I can even say 3 plus 2x. Again, it goes back to that wonderful property of the commutative property of addition, that it does not matter which way you write this out. It's going to be the exact same thing. It doesn't matter how you communicate. So again, more than means to add, and twice means to multiply by 2. And we're taking twice a number, so we're going to take 2 times x, and more than just means simply to add 3. Okay, so we have another problem. We have 9 less than the quotient of 6 and a number x. So again, what does less than mean? It means to subtract. Again, I circled it because it was one of those words that means operations. And the operation that it means to subtract. I am subtracting, right? So what does the word quotient mean? The quotient means to, and it should be, yeah. The quotient means to what? It means to divide. It's division. So which of these is correct? Which of these is correct? And tell me why. Which of these is correct? Is it 6x minus 7? Or is it 7 minus 6x? And how do you know? So think about that. Well, we said it was subtraction, right? Well, I got that going on there. I got that going here, and I got that going there. I got division going on between the 6 and the x. So now it becomes, whoops, and it shouldn't be 7, it should be 9. Wow, it should be 9. Sorry about that. And that shook. That's pretty cool. Sorry about that too. Technical difficulties all the way around. Woohoo. So think about that. Which one is it? Is it the right or the left? Now think about it. It says 9 less than. That than is here. So if you said it's the first one, you are totally correct. Because that less than means it's going to go on the right hand side. This one is incorrect. Okay. So now we have the product of 4 and the sum of a number x and 7. All right. Anytime I see something in the word of, if it is sum of or difference of, there's going to be parentheses. That is a quantity. Those are quantity words. So it's going to be multiple things inside the parentheses. Okay, it's not just going to be one number. It's going to be multiple things. So it says the sum of a number x and 7. And like I said, this just means addition group. This means that whenever I'm adding, I want to make sure it gets done first. In order to make that happen, I have to put parentheses around it. And then what does the word product mean? Good, it means to multiply. So I'm going to first add x and 7. In order to show that, I'm going to put it in parentheses. And then I'm going to take it times 4. So any questions on that one? If you do, you need to raise your hand because this is a really big one. And it comes down to making sure that 4 is multiplied by 4 is the last thing we do. The very first thing I want to do is add. In order to show that, I need to put it in parentheses. Okay? So we got another one that I want you to do. And it is 8 less than the product of a number x and 4. So again, things that mean operations are in here are less than, and that means to subtract, and product of. What does product of mean? It means to multiply. Okay? So we have 4x minus 8. Could it also be this? Could also be 8 minus 4x. Think about it. Why is this incorrect? Good, because of the than. Because of the than, it is incorrect. In order to be less than, 8 has to be on the right-hand side. Okay, so try this one. It says the quotient of 5 and the sum of 12 and a number x. Okay, again, sum of means grouped addition. It means I want to add these guys very first. Sum of is addition. Anytime I see the word of next to another operation, like difference of, it's going to be grouped. It's going to be wanting to be done first. And what does the word quotient mean? It means to divide. Quotient means to divide. So, I can write it out as 5 over x, or 12 plus x in parentheses. Or I can simply write it as 5 over 12 plus x. Either way is cool. I'll accept it either way. Okay? What about this one? What about this one? We have twice. There's that word again, twice the sum of a number x and 8. Well, twice means to multiply by 2, right? 2 times it. What does sum of mean? Good, it's the grouped addition. Sum of is the group addition. So I can simply write it as 2 parentheses x plus 8. Okay, questions on these so far? If you do, please raise your hand and I will come and help you out. It really does come down to knowing what these words mean. If you know what these words mean, then this lesson is going to be a little bit easier for you. Okay, so try these out. Try out 2 more than twice a number w. Pause the video for a second, or a minute, whatever, how long it takes you, it does not matter. And write out 2 more than twice a number w. Write it as an algebraic expression. Okay, so go ahead and pause that video. Assuming you pause the video and you answer the problem, hopefully you would have came up with either one of these. Hopefully you would have came up with 2 plus 2w or 2w plus 2. Again, why are these correct? Because of the commutative property of addition. Good. Okay, I want you to go ahead. I only got 2 more for you to try. 2 more for you to try. And then we can move on to part 4. Okay, so try out this one. It says 15 plus the quotient of 60 and w. Now again, go ahead and pause the video and work this one out. Assuming you have worked this one out, let's check our answer. Hopefully you would have had something like this. You would have had 15 plus 60 over w, or 60 over w plus 15. And honestly, it doesn't matter, but the way the words are, most people will probably have something like this. No big deal, they're the exact same thing. Again, because of our wonderful property of addition, commutative. All right, so let's go ahead and write out our last problem for this part. Go ahead and write it out, pause the video, and after you get done working it out, check your answer with us. So, assuming you pause your video and you work this problem out, let's check what our answer is. It is 3t minus 9.85. Why is this the case? Well, again, this wonderful phrase of less than means my 9.85 goes on the right hand side. And of course the word product of means multiplication. Okay? So that concludes our part 4 of lesson 1.1. Thanks, Algebra 1. Whoops.